2, 1.
Hello and welcome back to the Master Plan Live. We are once again here with you today. Not in podcast form. We're here covering a draft that we're all a part of, and I think it's a great way for us to really just talk about the NFL like fantasy drafts and kind of go through it in a live setting. That's important because this is probably the best way that you all will learn. Because to be honest, Connor and I have put out one episode. We have three more that we already have recorded. We have one more that we will record. But there's nothing that's going to beat an actual draft, which is what you're seeing on your screen right now. I, of course, am wearing the Joe Flacco Super Bowl jersey. That, yes, I do own this. This is not a joke. I do own this jersey. It really is Joe Flacco because in honor of him potentially being a starting quarterback this season. Connor DiBiase always with me here today. And we're ready to go. We're raring to go.
Yeah, ready. Oh.
So, Connor and I, we both have picks later on in the draft. Like, this is not... There's not going to be much activity from us at the beginning.
I know for a fact we're going to snipe each other because we know who each other like. You know who we both like that are
I don't think we're gonna do that because I think we like different players.
Yeah, but
right?
I think there's some common like both of us are fairly high on like I don't know, Deontay Johnson.
That's true. We both are high on him. We both really like him, and hopefully I'll get him. If I don't get him, Connor will probably get him. If someone else gets him, we'll both be angry. So at least that. So there's a 12-team draft. I have picked number 9. Connor, you have number 11. Is that correct? That is correct. And so this is just gonna be like, this is obviously for fun, but I take this very seriously. I know Connor takes this very seriously. This is this is serious. I mean, I play fantasy for fun, of course, but I play it to win. I don't play to lose. I just lose a lot. So I bought this at CVS the other day. ESPN Fantasy Draft, whatever. We'll be going through this. This has some interesting, like, helpful tips. It also has some really, really bad tips, and generally has some good and bad parts. This is not perfect. It's very in depth. It gives you a lot of information on all the players. It will give you stats and stuff like that. It will give you point. It's very convenient to have. But I think what this year my strategy is going to be is we cannot be so defined in what we want in the draft, Connor. Because I know in past years with me, I'll make my big board, and I'm going to stick to that board. The players that I like are the players that I like. This year, I need to be a little bit more willing to change my picks, willing to take what the board is giving me instead of taking what my board has. So that's my strategy going into this year, because in the past, previous strategy hasn't worked. So this is what we're going to do this year, and I think that's what we're going to do. But Connor, first off the board, do you think Christian McCaffrey is going to go first off the board?
Yes.
Yeah. I think that goes without saying. Obviously we are missing a few people. That's okay though. Hey, look, I think a big thing is auto drafting usually it's not the best strategy because you're left with the team that you've got, but it's certainly never going to be a horrendous team, I don't think. But as we can see, the draft is just so you guys are obviously a little bit delayed compared to us, like us in real time, of course. But we're ready to go, and here we
Welcome
go.
to the best day of the year, draft day.
The fucking sound off. Jesus Christ!
I didn't even know it had sound. I didn't even know.
Thomas here?
So on the clock, the Buckeyes, are they here?
I don't think so.
While we're discussing the first pick, and we all know Christian McCaffrey should be the first one to go off the board. I personally really do like Dalvin Cook as the first pick. I think Christian McCaffrey has an injury risk. He's gonna get those PPR. He's gonna be high in all those aspects, but In terms of injury, that's the one thing that scares me because he missed so many games last season. He was injured, came back, and then got injured again. That's why I don't like him personally. I just think that that's just a bit risky. It's also a bit risky to take Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook has an injury risk as well. As we watch the first auto draft, and by the way, can we just say something? If you join a league and you know you're not going to be able to make it for the draft, will you put your team on auto draft? I think that's just common courtesy, right, Connor? I mean, you should put your team on auto draft. If you know you're not going to make it for the draft, right? Because now we're obviously just sitting here, and we know they're going to pick Christian McCaffrey because one auto draft is going to pick the highest player left on the board, or stuff like that. And
Christian McCaffrey.
Of course, Christian McCaffrey is the first one on the board. No surprise there. I mean, this is no surprise. Very talented player, but up next,
Greg.
Likes boys. Who is this? Gregory Dacey. Not, I would argue, the most talented.
Bet you he goes Derrick Henry.
He could. I don't dislike that pick.
I do.
In PPR, I think it's a risk. And we're still waiting.
Thinking.
I mean, if you're the first couple picks, you gotta know who you're picking. You really gotta know. Alvin Kamara. What do you think about that one, Connor? What are our thoughts?
Good pick.
Dalvin Cook goes 3.
I don't think he goes 6. I think he's gonna go Zeke. Pretty sure. Did he win with Zeke on his team last year? It's Josh.
No, he picked Henry. So right now Saquon's falling. So me at 9. So Saquon got picked, or Kelsey, Zeke, Taylor, Eckler. Those are the next 4. Oh, I think Kelsey's a bit high on their board, don't you, Connor?
Yeah.
On the ESPN board.
Hey, if the auto draft takes Kelsey at 6, I would not complain because a good running back could get down to me.
No, I'm not complaining about that either. Because I'm looking at Jonathan Taylor. I'm looking at, obviously, Zeke and Devontae Adams. I'm trying to stay away from Austin Eckler this year. And just because I just don't think he's that good. I just think that Austin Eckler, he's not a workhorse back. And I think that he's going to benefit from like the Chargers offensive line, right? Because it's been much improved, but he's not a workhorse back as the draft has been.
I think it goes Zeke.
Just drop my pen cap. I think he will. I don't know. Who is this?
If Nick Chubb rated. This is Vic Lemons. Good auto draft. Kelsey.
Yeah. I'll take that. I will take that any day.
If Chubb rated very low, he could get to me. Happy about it. Give him top 6.
I think Chubb is very talented. I do. Obviously, the episode where we've rated the running backs. Oh no, that did one. That one.
Oh, I have him top 6.
I did.
I have him top. Yeah. I don't know about you. Eckler.
Austin Eckler. Oh, that's a mistake. That's such a mistake right there.
It's Kyle. He went Clyde Edwards-Helaire last year.
Devontae Adams. This is all right. So Connor, now let's talk through this pick. Sure. I have Zeke or Taylor. Who am I going with? Because I do like Zeke because I think the Cowboys' offensive line is better.
I think the issue with Zeke is it's Zeke, and you don't know what you're gonna get from him. He's regressed every single year. I think
that's true, but I
Taylor would be more of a workhorse. Taylor would be a 3-down back
I do really
with catching ability.
I think I'm really high on Taylor, and I'm really high on Zeke.
What are you gonna go?
This is a tough pick, actually.
Zeke is usually rated high, but Taylor is also very good. You had 20 seconds, Michael.
I got 20 seconds.
I think you gotta go Taylor. I like him better. I don't know if I like him better. I have him pretty close.
Ooh.
7 seconds, Michael. Get a Zeke. Try.
I went Zeke because I really do believe in Zeke this year. I honestly, I do. I love Jonathan Taylor, absolutely. But the Cowboys' schedule is very weak. Number one, number two, the Cowboys' offensive line I think is very very talented, especially in block wins, like when they win their block rates. And then if Dak is a starting quarterback this season, I think that takes more pressure off of Zeke in the running game.
Right, I am on
I
the
don't think
board. Aaron
Okay,
Jones went.
Connor,
That's who I was gonna pick. I think it's obvious to
I
me.
think you gotta pick Jonathan.
I am
think you
not
take
picking
Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor.
And why is that?
I like Nick Chubb's upside better.
All right, Jonathan Taylor falling. I think that's a good pick, though. By the way, I really do think that's a good pick. Yeah, Jonathan Taylor. I think if you're sitting at 12 and you get Jonathan Taylor, though, I think that's a great pick.
Doubled up
Honestly,
running
I
back.
can't complain about
I
that.
could go Diggs. I
You
like
could
Tyreek.
go Diggs, Tyreek. I
thought
think
he'd take
Tyreek. I did too. I would take. I mean, listen.
I want to
If you
double
take
up.
Tyreek, I'm gonna take Diggs. If you take Diggs, I'm gonna take Tyreek. Right?
I'm gonna leave you
To
the
me,
option of
yeah,
both
right.
of them. I am gonna double up running backs. With
That's
the guy
a
who I have
Najee
top
Harris,
10
really?
I have a guy top 10 on my board who I'm gonna pick.
Joe Mixon. Oh man, that's a horrendous pick.
Giovanni
I hate
Bernard's
Joe
gone.
Mixon.
He was like
That's not anything though. Joe Mixon has been horrendous. Connor, as your oh man.
he was good when he played.
Oh,
He was good when he played.
listen, there is no bad
was good
pick
when
I
he
can
played.
make here. I don't think. So, what's the thought process here? I have Diggs, Hopkins, and Ridley on the board. I think Diggs is so reliant on Josh Allen playing well. I do think Josh Allen will play well though, but I do love Calvin Ridley. What bye week does Zeke have? Zeke has a bye week 7? Am I correct about that? Oh no.
By the way, in points per game, Jonathan Taylor was top 10 last year. You got to pick. You got 10 seconds. Just go dig. Go dig.
I think I'm gonna go Diggs. I think Diggs is the safer pick. I do love Ridley though. Again, I don't know. That's the thing. That's what I love about what I've done. I've given myself the option, and look who I have. I got Zeke and Diggs sitting at 9. I think those are two pretty good picks sitting at 9.
I'm gonna call Thomas again. Base. Full team auto drafts.
Yep. So we are waiting on pick. DeAndre Hopkins just went off the board. We have Najee Harris and Calvin Ridley. Najee Harris just was picked, then Ridley right away. Wow.
Yeah, I don't like the Harris pick much. Kyle is too questionable running back. Ridley's a great pick.
I do love the Ridley pick at 2-7 though. 2-7.
The auto
that's a great
draft.
deal for Ridley.
Still. Justin Jefferson on the board is surprising.
I don't think so. I'm low on Jefferson this year, and I had him last year.
No second tight end off the board
low on
yet.
Him because I think he becomes a wide receiver 1.
We're almost to the third round. No second receiver off the board. Or no second tight end off the board. As this is around the spot that
Darren Waller is
one of the
coming up.
two
Though.
go.
I think Waller will go. I think Waller will go early 3rd. AJ Brown?
Makes sense.
Interesting. Man, Keenan Allen, he's not going to get there, is he?
Good. Doubt it. I think an auto draft will end up taking him.
Yeah. DK Metcalf, Justin Jefferson, those are big names. I think they're going to be taken soon.
No quarterbacks, by the way. They're low on ESPN ranking. Mahomes is 49. So, no one takes him and no one sees him.
Justin Jefferson. I'm looking at DeAndre Swift. I think that's a solid pick. I mean, Patrick Mahomes, you can't go wrong with that pick, though. But I think you might pick him in the 3rd, which means he won't be available in the 4th for me. Because if I don't take him in the 3rd. Justin Jefferson off the board. Listen, I love JJ. Justin Jefferson's an incredible player. I just think that fantasy-wise this year, I think his target share and all that stuff goes down.
Fair enough.
Do you think DK goes now? I think he falls a bit more.
I think he could go now. I think they could go Waller.
I mean, you got 3 players. You got a wide receiver, running back, and tight end right now. There's DK. Yeah, makes sense. That makes sense though.
Fast. Clyde Edwards-Helaire goes fast. Scary Terry. I didn't even. Scary Terry getting a 3 is crazy.
Wow, George Kittle. That's
he doubled tight ends.
2? Did he really?
Yeah, Greg just doubled up.
Maybe he wants one as a flex.
And trade candidate. Very good value to have. There's a big drop off from this. Just risky because you're not getting a number one, either not getting a number 1 wide receiver or not getting a number 1 running back at that top tier.
Yeah, and at this point, for you and I, we know there's a big drop off between 3 and 4 in tight ends.
I'm gonna be shocked if Mahomes for you.
I mean, I got players that I like on the board right now. Like, I think
more than Mahomes?
Allen Robinson, there's Mahomes. I think Allen Robinson, Montgomery, Swift, and Woods are all players that I would take.
Not CeeDee Lamb?
Hallis, man. I already
You'd go Montgomery at your pick?
Probably not over Swift. I like Swift better than Montgomery. Because the offensive line in Detroit, I think, has been much improved. And I feel like Dan Campbell is the type of coach that wants to establish the running game.
Yeah, it's really low for me, by the way.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense, though.
Mahomes usually goes early round. He felt of
3rd, yeah.
And it's mostly just because of the ESPN.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I think the ESPN rankings are flawed, quite honestly.
They're not great.
And Miles Sanders, Allen Robinson. Wow.
I think you get one of Montgomery and Swift.
I should get one of them.
Based on Eckler Harris on the team on the clock right now, I think he definitely has to go with C. And then I mean one of them will go in the next pick because they doubled up wide receiver.
Right. And I can go either because again, listen, I have Diggs, I have Zeke, so that lets me have some freedom now. I can pick either, right?
Josh Allen is on the board.
When I look down the board, I think I would rather take a running back here because there are more wide receivers when on the comeback picks, right? So I would rather take a running back now, wait for a wide receiver who's maybe not as talented, but I won't have to take my 3rd wide receiver. I can take my 2nd
very
and
high
have
for
a 2nd good running back. Robert Woods.
You gotta get one of them.
I mean, listen, again, it's fine. I mean, again, I'm taking one of the 2. I think I'm going to take Swift over Montgomery. I do like Montgomery, but Connor made a very interesting point. It doesn't matter anymore. Connor made a very interesting point about David Montgomery, though, regarding Justin Fields and how much he's going to run, correct?
That's my thought process. That he'll get less of those pass receptions that he got a lot.
Yeah, and I think with Jared Goff, they're going to do more of that running in those like dump off passes. Because I don't think Jared Goff is going to be trusted to like
for sure.
to really throw it.
One off and.
I think you'll get CD. I'm not a big fan of CD. I think he's really good. I'm just not.
I think I'm gonna go
CD. The huge.
There's a guy lower that I'm.
Amari Cooper.
It's not Deontay Johnson. Even though I do like Deontay Johnson.
I love Deontay Johnson's upside.
ESPN has him ranked higher than I expect.
Yeah. See, the thing is, if I don't pick him in the 4th, I'm not going to get him. But I don't know if he's worth it picking him in the 4th. Are you going to draft CD if he comes to you?
No. I don't think.
Well,
my thought process is CD is there. I like CD. I like his upside. Tyler Lockett is there, who I think is a very sleeper pick. By injury, he's going to be very good. Cooper Kupp is there, who I like. Josh Allen is there, who usually doesn't get this far. I think I'm going to go Lockett.
Interesting pick. But I like it. I like it. It's a good pick, I think.
I was thinking towards someone else, but I think they could get down to me around. So I'm gonna go Tyler Lockett.
Yeah, as long as this guy doesn't double up.
Tyler Lockett is gonna get a lot of.
So are you saying 2 wide receivers, 1 running back, or 2 running backs?
I have Chubb, Mixon, Lockett.
Gotcha.
Thomas has joined. That's good.
So I'm looking at Thielen, Godwin, and Johnson. And
get auto drafted.
Those are the 4 guys.
I'm on the clock. Mike Evans is here. Chris Godwin is here.
You gonna take him?
Deontay Johnson is here.
I think you pick wide receiver. Now, who?
Good.
I think you have no bad choices. My favorites are Thielen, Godwin, and Johnson. I like those 3. Because Mike Evans draws so many penalties.
Yeah,
So you're gonna lose.
I definitely favor Godwin over. It's Godwin or Johnson
over
for
Evans.
me. I could go Kupp as well.
You could go Kupp. I feel like
I could go Cooper. I like Cooper. But with Dak maybe not playing, I don't love him.
And with CD and
Godwin or Deontay. I can't put that much trust in Deontay Johnson. I like him a lot, but drops are scare. I think Godwin will get a lot of looks from the slot, despite how stacked the offense is.
So I could either take Evans, Cooper, Thielen, Johnson, or Kupp right now.
What's your team? You got Diggs?
I'm taking a wide receiver.
Yeah, if you have Diggs, I feel like you want a high target type player, and that would lead me towards Kupp. Just based on the matchup towards Diggs, but Deontay Johnson could be incredible.
He could be.
You also have Julio on the board.
Cooper,
you have
I don't like. All right.
You still have a wide receiver 1 in Ayuk out there.
I don't want Evans. That's off the board.
Okay.
Julio, Cooper Kupp is very talented. But I love Deontay Johnson. But I've had Cooper Kupp in the past.
I lean Deontay Johnson as my favorite.
I like Amari Cooper though.
You can go Amari Cooper. I'm just scared about Dak and his injuries.
Right. I really feel like I gotta go for it.
It's a good pick. I like. His upside is so high.
There is risk to it, but I think he is that type of receiver who's going to get those high volume targets. I love Cooper Kupp, but Cooper Kupp also has Robert Woods. I think.
Do you have picked Godwin if I went for Johnson?
Maybe Cooper Kupp over Godwin. I don't know though. It would be close. I don't know. I mean, again, it's very similar to me.
I'm looking at all these mid-draft running backs, thinking which ones could get that.
I think it's time for tight ends, right? For you and me.
I'm not gonna go tight end yet.
It depends on who's there.
Josh Allen is still on the board.
Hawkinson is there though. Hawkinson and Pitts are there.
We got very low people low on quarterbacks.
I don't mind that though.
And Josh Allen is there, which is. Did Josh Allen go? No, Josh Allen went, didn't he?
He just got picked.
He just got picked.
But Kyler Murray, right? Kyler Murray's there.
I like Jeb's draft so far.
Who?
Jeb. Josh Allen, Jonathan Taylor, Gibson, and Lamb.
I have 3 bye week 7s right now.
That's not good.
No.
Both
my wide receivers are 7. So. Wait, which team is Jeb's?
The bottom one. Team 12. Mahomes, Cook, Metcalf
Allen,
is.
Taylor, Gibson.
I'm not a big fan of that. Goes finally. Then Josh Jacobs. So getting another running back. I think that's his 3rd. That is his 3rd. My Cooper goes, who we were both liked. Cooper Kupp is still on the board, a bit surprising.
A bit surprising he won't make it to us.
Ayuk is there.
J.K. Dobbins still on the board?
There goes Kupp.
Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, J.K. Dobbins. I don't
If
love
Dobbins
Dobbins.
falls to me, I'm picking.
Yeah, I don't think he'll fall to you. Not a draft in your way. Would someone go Darrell Henderson for the upside of being like a running back one? Could.
I don't like any of these running backs. Javonte Williams, Travis Etienne, Chase Edmonds. I don't like them any. I like Edmonds like a little bit, but the rest not at all. Kareem Hunt off the board. It's a bit
I like
surprising.
Edmund. Kareem Hunt's a good pick. He finished a top 10 running back last year.
So Mark Andrews, Hawkinson, and Pitts are all sitting there with Murray.
Henderson goes. That's a good pick.
Yeah.
I was eyeing Henderson. I was almost gonna pick him above Godwin, just because just because of overall usage is so high, especially on that team.
Yeah.
But I risked it that he'd fall. He did. Ayuk goes. That's a wide receiver one off.
Ayuk.
I just don't trust the quarterback situation there as much. After what I've seen from both of them, hasn't been incredible.
Yeah, they're not incredible.
I mean,
you think Jones goes here?
Julio could be.
Yeah.
DJ Moore on the board, like that.
DJ Moore's on the board.
50. Place Chapel. They have Place Chapel rated fairly low down there.
Place Chapel. Chase Claypool.
Oh, that's what you did, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I got that in my head. Chase Claypool, not Clay Chase.
Mark Andrews goes. Here might be the tight end run, Connor. And if it's a tight end run, I might get caught up in it.
Who are you eyeing at tight end?
Well, so there's Hawkinson and Pitts right now because Andrews just.
That's who you're eyeing, Hawkinson and Pitts.
I think those two are great picks. Hawkinson's solid. Pitts has a lot of upside, I think. I might go Pitts.
So you're hoping one of the two down to you?
I think so, because I don't...
You think one will go?
I don't know.
I don't think Josh will take one. Who's...
I think that the issue is, right?
God.
I have two running backs, two wide receivers, right? There's a lot of depth at the wide receiver. I don't think there's a lot of depth at the tight end position.
Julio is falling. Quarterbacks aren't going right now. You take Julio if he's at you?
I mean...
Like, that's... Maybe. I mean, it's Julio Jones. Right?
I agree. Odell's there.
He could have a crazy bounce back year if he can stay healthy. Like, if Julio Jones is at my pick,
that's how you win your league right
instant.
there. How you win your league is Diggs, Johnson, and Julio at your wide receivers.
Yeah, I mean that's good.
That's how you win a league.
I don't think he'll make it. I think AutoPick might take him. Actually, what's their team? Oh no, they have no chance to take Julio. Too many receivers, unless AutoPick literally does best player. Because they have to go running back.
Kyler Murray gone.
Kyler? I wanted Kyler badly. I saw him low rated. And I was
okay with taking.
I was easily gonna take him last round.
I'm just looking at Brady.
Yeah.
Brady or Rodgers.
Rodgers is a good pick.
I like those types of quarterbacks.
I could go Lamar. Dak.
I mean, Julio's got a shot at getting to me. Galladay's there. Cortland Sutton's there. I mean, quite honestly, I could pick a tight end if it comes back around, maybe. But I feel like that's not going to happen. Chase Edmonds, Etienne.
I don't mind Etienne at all.
I don't like Etienne. I think with Robinson and Etienne, I think that's a problem.
I like Chase. I think he could split carries a lot, but I think he'll get a lot of that receiver back action. Running back.
All right, if Julio is gone, I think I'm going to take Pitts or Hawkinson. Now, Odell, I just don't like Baker. I just don't think they throw the football enough. Volume is low. And I can't take Juju because I already have a Steelers wide receiver. I could take Kenny Galladay but I don't like Daniel Jones. So there's Hawkinson. So if Pitts is gone here, I either get Pitts or Julio.
Good,
I think that's
good
where we're sitting.
choice.
Right? That's it. Like I either get Pitts or Julio. So I think whichever one. Now, if neither of them are picked, I got a decision on my hands. Because I know, Connor, would you take Julio if I don't take him?
I would definitely.
I think I don't know.
I don't.
I think you can't turn down Julio. I mean, I'm at pick 57. I end up with Julio to win. We'll see. Listen, I'm in a no-lose scenario right here.
13 seconds. Five. Good auto draft.
Mike Davis.
Fuck. I mean, frick. That was my guy.
I'm taking Julio, man.
That was my guy. Or do you go Pitts for tight end? Because you have two very good receivers as well.
I know I could use a tight end, but I don't. What if Julio? Listen, all right. Here's what I'm saying. If Julio has a bounce back season, I win the league. Like with Diggs.
I mean, what if you don't get a tight end? Very hard to do without a tight. What if you're left with?
But if I take Pitts, I could also do the same.
Yeah, I mean, Pitts could be incredible. He could be the second option. I think both of them will go before me. I think Julio will go here.
And the reason why is because you have Henry, AJ Brown. I just think, but on the Falcons you have Calvin Ridley, and then Kyle Pitts. I think Connor. You want Julio?
I really want Julio.
Yeah, I mean, listen. I was in a good.
My guys heading this pick were Kyler and Mike Davis. Both went. I'm eyeing Julio. A hawk.
Well, you got me not to draft him, so. Oh no!
That's tough.
All right, so Courtland Sutton. I think that's a solid pick. Quarterback though, and you got Jerry Jeudy. What about? Are you looking for a wide receiver?
I think I'm gonna go wide out.
Go Odell. I think there's a drop. All these guys feel like second tier guys, like a tier lower than the one we were just on. Gaskin, tell us your thought process.
I wanted I really wanted the running back 3 before it fell out of this group. He's a clear running back 1. He looked very good in preseason. He's going to be a pass catcher.
And I think the run game should be better than last season.
Here, I'm going to do. Oh, it's between Robbie Anderson and Chase Claypool. For me.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm leaning
whichever
Chase.
one you don't take. Chase is not deep threat, but Robbie Anderson, I feel like.
Looking at my buys.
You gotta worry about Robbie Anderson when you take, because Sam Darnold, right? Whoever the quarterback is, you got to worry about Robbie Anderson. Although he does have that upside because he.
Like what is like Salvon Ahmed, Patrick Laird, and Malcolm Brown gonna do to Gaskin?
They're not doing anything.
Like Gaskin is a clear workhorse, and if Tua's not great, look for those small dish offs. That's a lot of the time what he did last year. So would you go Sutton or Anderson?
Anderson, you think?
I don't know. Do you have someone else in mind?
I like Jamar Chase. I know he's been dropping, but
I just can't.
I don't want Chase. Prescott.
Lamar.
Who got picked? Lamar Jackson. Perfect. I wasn't gonna pick him anyways. I like Courtland Sutton probably as quarterback, but he is a wideout 1.
Brandon
Jamar
Cooks
Chase
is there.
I like Jamar Chase. It's a risk. Odell, obviously, like volume issues. Juju, I already have Deontay, not an option. Robbie Anderson, quarterback issues. Jerry Jeudy. So
You think Sam Darnold has quarterback issues?
I don't think he's that good.
Okay.
It's between, for me, Robbie Anderson, Beckham.
Okay,
and
but
Chase.
you saw how good Robbie Anderson was last year with a notably worse quarterback. That's my idea. I
like Jamar Chase.
then go Jamar Chase. I personally don't like him, but you like him, go for it. Him and Burrow can have that connection. Hell.
I took Odell, and the reason why.
Odell was
I'll go
good.
through my reasoning. I think Odell is good, number one. I don't know if he's gonna have. He's not gonna be crazy good, right? But I don't think I need crazy good. I have so many players who I think are really talented. And here's the thing: Baker is better, I think, at least right now, than Joe Burrow. I think he's better than Drew Lock. I think he's better than Sam Darnold, right? The volume for Odell is not going to be good, not going to be incredible, but I think he'll catch some touchdowns. He's going to make an impact. And I like his consistency because I need consistency on the team that I have.
Quarterbacks
And
are
also he's
still
bye
on the
week 13.
board. Justin Herbert, Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, all on the board.
Yeah. This is not a quarterback heavy draft early, but I
I
think
hate it.
hit 7th round. Once we hit the 7th round now, wait. Just wait for it. My thing is Herbert or Brady.
I
love Herbert. I love Brady. I love Rodgers. I love all three of them.
I'd say Herbert one.
I think Will Fuller is an underrated pick, in my opinion.
Is he? He's suspended 8 games?
He's
Before.
suspended, but I think he's going to be
He's
lights
suspended
out when he
8
comes
games,
back.
right?
Yeah.
Half the
I thought it was
season?
5.
Or is it 5? Maybe I'm wrong. Someone was out 8 games. He was out 4 last year.
Has Brandon Cooks gone off the board?
No, he is not, but I don't think he's back to you.
You don't think?
Clear
Oh,
wide
there
receiver.
he is. Sorry, I didn't see him. Devonta Smith is not a bad pick, I
In he
think.
goes Juju. Logan Thomas, another. Cortland Sutton
I'm happy
and
he got
Jerry
picked.
Jeudy on the board. We stack.
Yeah.
Michael Thomas
But it's
has not
because they
gone.
don't trust. It's quarterback fear. They don't know who the quarterback is going to be, and they don't know how good they're going to play. So when the quarterback play is not good, the volume goes down automatically.
Russ.
There goes Russell Wilson off the board. I think quarterbacks run now.
You think?
I think it's time. I'm not in a great position for a quarterback though right now.
So if it gets down to you, and Herbert, Brady, and Rodgers, what's your first thought?
I love Brady. I can't root against Brady. I'm picking Brady.
Over Herbert?
I can't root against Brady. The Bucks also happen to have the easiest schedule in the NFL, or one of the easiest. So he's getting points, guaranteed.
Yeah.
The running game is not the full fit.
For you, I don't think I'd go Herbert. Another week 7 bye.
Yeah.
I think Rodgers could be good.
I don't want to forfeit any weeks. I'm not going to forfeit any weeks.
There goes Herbert.
There goes
Rodgers is only bye with Odell, while Brady is bye with Swift, who is your running back 2, and you don't have another running back, and running backs go a while. I don't know if that changes your position at all. Because you could have a very poor running back in a week that you don't have your starting quarterback. Versus having that
but
quarterback.
I'm looking at Damian Harris sitting at 93, and I
Would you take him?
I would take him,
but
not
in your
before
first
Brady.
pick, not before Brady.
And then the reason why is because Brady is getting me points every single week. Damian Harris is going to be sitting on the bench the majority of the weeks. He's worth 0 points to me unless he's playing, and he's not going to be playing over Swift and Elliott that often. I don't. Just a fact.
Well, you got a flex position. I'm surprised you go Brady over Rodgers, but I guess Rodgers. I think Brady for you. Does this team have a
Hope
QB?
not.
I think Brady goes at the auto pick.
If Brady goes before, I'll take Tannehill. On the way back, though. And then I'll just take a running back now. Like a Zach Moss, Melvin Gordon, Leonard Fournette type. Or Damian Harris, something like that. I don't really know. It is time for a quarterback, though. Dallas Goedert. I love Brady, but I'm not in the position. I was not in the position to get Brady. If I had taken Brady on my last pick, it would have been too early. Right? So like I don't think that Matthew Stafford, Cortland Sutton,
Yes.
as long as look who fell to me. Look who fell.
You're taking him?
Look who fell. You know who I'm taking, Connor. You know who I'm taking. There's no doubt, bro. There's no doubt. Honestly, no complaints this draft. I have no complaints. It's one of those where stuff's just working out. I think my next pick's got to be a running back. But potentially a defense. I don't know. I think it's too early for a defense, though. I picked defenses early, though. And I could just take the Bucks defense and run away.
We have a double quarterback team already.
Oh, we do? Well,
There's Mostert. Tough.
that's a loss. That's not great for me. All right, so who are we picking and why?
I'm leaning Brandon Cooks just because of the amount of touches he's gonna get. I like Debo as well.
Look at the other wide receivers.
I
He's
think-
a one. The other guys are not clear
I think
ones.
Debo
Quarterback is
is
an
good,
issue, but
but
he's still getting volume.
he's gonna get
Pick-
a lot of
pick
volume.
Cooks. Pick Cooks.
I'm just scouring.
I don't think any of the other guys are better than Cooks.
I agree.
I
I really wanted Mostert.
I don't think Cooks is a bad pick, though. All right, you're on the clock again. What does your team look like?
I got a lot of flex.
You need a tight end.
I do need it. I'm not going tight. I don't like
What
the
about
option.
quarterback? Tannehill's on the board.
I do like Tannehill. Willing to go Tannehill, but he does match my Chubb buy. Don't
So
think I want
Jalen Hurts, Tannehill, Burrow. I honestly think Tannehill, and then there's a huge drop off.
I was thinking
Like
to
you're
go
either
Tan-
taking Hurts, Burrow, Lawrence, Tua.
And I hate
Matt
to
Ryan,
do this
Ben
to you,
Roethlisberger.
Michael, but I am gonna take Tannehill.
It's okay. I got Brady. I'm not complaining. I'm taking Kirk at the end anyways. So I think that's a great pick. Honestly,
Hey, you
I
gotta go
love
Harris?
Tannehill. Huh?
You gotta go Damien Harris.
Probably at this point. I don't really see a reason why not to.
What players?
I have 3 wide receivers. I do like Corey Davis though, but I already have 3 wide receivers. I could use a backup running back, especially Damian Harris, who probably is a running back 1. What bye week does he have?
Harris, none that matches you. So I'd go him. He's 14.
I'd go. Yeah. I think he's gonna be solid. He's not gonna be incredible. Exactly what you want in a backup. Your first running back backup. Second one, you want someone who can go crazy.
Gotta go tight end next time I'm up. Fine with.
Yeah, you really do. You need a tight end.
I already knew who I was taking.
Who are you gonna? You're gonna take Troutman. Who are you gonna take? Gronk?
Take Gronk. You could take Gronk.
Who are
That's
you taking? Who are you taking?
I'm not gonna say. I don't know if anyone's watching.
I mean, we did the episode, so Higbee,
Could be.
or is he already?
Could be
picked?
Higbee. Could be Gesicki. I like.
Blake Jarwin.
Not gonna go. Jarwin. There goes
Oh, there
Gesicki.
goes Gesicki. We got a while.
Anyone need
before
a
we pick
tight end?
Connor. Who?
Does anyone need a tight end?
You need a tight
That
end.
could,
quite
but I'm looking if
honestly.
anyone's gonna go one ahead of me. And it looks like everyone in the league, which means
How many tight ends have been picked?
I think. Oh, yeah, I think everyone but me has a tight end. One team is 2 tight ends.
Well, that's a great position to be in. That's what you
Yeah.
did last year in the draft, right?
That is
Now,
what I
maybe not
did.
tight ends,
And
but
then
you
I
had-
got Darren Waller. Oh no, that was 2 years ago.
That's right.
When Darren Waller had a
That was 2
breakout
years ago.
season, I got him on waivers. And it worked. And I won.
And it works, and it worked, and I won.
Troutman. Okay. I'm leaning Higbee,
Probably could be a backup.
but I could go Troutman. Gronk is on the
Deebo
board.
Samuel.
Don't mind Gronk. Do I have Tannehill stacked?
Okay, DJ Shark and Marvin Jones, Curtis Samuel, Marquise Brown, Jarvis Landry, Mike Williams, Corey Davis, Jalen Waddle, Henry Ruggs. So all wide receivers right now. Which for me, not great because I already have 3 wide receivers who are going to start every week. Like, I don't think I'm benching Odell.
Everyone gotten a quarterback.
Who hasn't gotten a quarterback?
2 teams, one's the auto drafted. A long time on the clock. Gotta be a flex option. I guess it's
Yeah.
Chuck Dylan.
AJ Dillon. Ew.
Like David. Jones.
Corey Davis is a strong pick. Strong pick. I like the pick. I mean, Corey Davis, right? I mean, I was really high on him before the draft, right, Connor? I mean, I literally wrote his name down. It's right there. Like,
Yeah. He'll get
I
volume,
wanted him. I
probably.
just, again, the problem is you have to understand that the way it was working out, I knew
Curtis
I wasn't getting
Samuel.
Corey Davis.
Wide receiver 2 behind Scary Terry. Team Hines is there.
Mike Williams.
There goes
Ooh, Bucks defense. Dang.
high. Very
I was
high.
gonna pick him. I had him queued up. I
You
had
had
him
him
queued up,
in
Connor.
round 9.
They were
Yeah.
queued up.
will
Now I'm
pass.
searching.
I mean, you still got a lot of defensive options.
I know, but I wanted All right, strength of schedule. Eagles, Cowboys, Falcons. Broncos defense is pretty good, right?
Yeah.
They're not ranked high though.
They are on ESPN's board 7th.
They're 175. I can't. Steelers, I hate the
Bucks,
division.
Chuck,
Ravens, same thing. Washington could be a nice pick.
Washington could be a very nice pick. Patriots.
And I want to go now.
Bills
I'm
are
ready
there.
to go now.
They have a tough schedule.
Bills have a tough schedule.
Washington's
schedule,
my defense too.
Who's your defense too?
Washington.
Yeah. Who did I put as my defense too?
No idea.
The Ravens? That was a mistake. That was a mistake. Like, I'm gonna take my 9. I don't know why I put them at 7. Why did I put them at 9?
Who'd you
Ready
put
to
at
go
9?
Defense. I had Washington football team at 9. I had the
Defensive
Ravens
rankings
above
were
them.
ass.
I know, they were really bad. I must have been tired.
3, 2,
Dang, I wanted the Bucks.
1. And Jones Jr. You going to
I
Washington?
wanted the Bucks. I really did. I'm gonna explain why I'm gonna draft the Washington football team. The reason why I like to draft defenses typically earlier than everyone else is because you put a defense in, they're getting you points every single week. A backup is great to have. but a backup is going to be sitting on the bench most of the season, right? A defense, you get a Garrett defense, maybe it's going to be the difference between 4 or 5 points, but over 17 weeks, that adds up. Could be the difference between a win and a loss. Washington football team, take you. Now, I do have 3 week 9s and 3 week 7s, which is not great, but
Fine.
I'll manage.
The Woo is on the
so
clock.
Connor, who are you looking at here? Who are you looking at?
I am leaning Zach Moss.
Zach Moss.
Just guaranteed touches. Pretty good last year when he wasn't. He was playing. I mean, there's no one really else I love that running back room.
Yeah, I don't love Fournette. Not Gordon. James Conner could be a good pick, though, if Edmonds doesn't break out.
Which he will.
You think he will?
Do. Not like Singletary.
Robert Tonyan?
I'm going to take my end 5, 6. I have him. Tyler Higbee.
Is that who I said you would pick?
That is who
I
you
like
said
Tyler
I would
Higbee.
pick.
Not a huge fan, but I think where you got him around
At this
10,
point, defenses are going to go. I expect the Ravens and the Bills to go. I don't know about the Niners. Undecided on them, but go.
I got Mike Williams right now. He could have a huge season, I think.
Isn't that what we've been saying like every year?
This year, he could have a huge season. I mean, there's just no one else. Like in terms
I like
of
Naheem Hines. I don't know what you're going.
I'm looking wide receiver.
Okay.
But Michael
Receiver.
Mike Williams gets injured a lot. Where are these guys? Where does it say their bye week? I can't even find it.
It's just says bye and then. I would not put Mike Williams at 7.
I can't take him. Because I have 2 wide receivers at bye week 7. I can't take him.
I would be looking at.
And I can't take Cole Beasley. Same reason.
You like Pittman though?
I don't like. I'm gonna take Pittman. I think he could be huge. He literally could be so huge this season. And I like the wide receiver core I have. I don't need, but if Michael Pittman's out there putting 20 points up a game, thank you very much. I'll take that. I don't know, man. There are very few times that a draft has gone this well for me. I really love my draft.
I've gotten sniped a bunch.
Not by me though. Not by me.
Not by you, Michael.
I told you I wasn't.
Except on Brady. Snipe me on Brady.
I said I would.
I knew it. I know.
You asked what other quarterbacks you're gonna take. I said I'm gonna take Brady, Herbert, Rodgers. Those are the 3 guys that I was looking at. Rodgers and Herbert got taken.
I'm gonna just try to strike a deal with Sean and his double quarterback.
But
thing.
you took Tannehill. Tannehill's strong.
I don't love it.
Dude, I think you're crazy, man. I think Tannehill is a great pick.
I'll keep him for a bit, but I'm definitely eyeing down Rodgers.
I'll take Tannehill.
Make a trade with you if you want to measure back up.
Nah. I'm all good.
I was looking at Hurts to be back up. Oh well. Is that his
Kobe
first
Myers is sitting
quarterback?
there.
Was his quarterback. Scary.
Yikes.
That's
That's dangerous right there. You're playing with fire. He needs to pick a consistent, boring quarterback. He needs like Matt Ryan, Kirk Cousins. He needs the most boring quarterback ever.
Matt Ryan won't be bad.
Listen. Now, Matt Ryan would be a great backup. He's not backup worthy, though. J.D. McKissick is out there. Alexander Madison could be a great pick. If Cook gets injured, Madison goes in there.
That's what we say every year. I personally think the only time I'm taking Alexander Madison is if I draft Dalvin Cook. Just
Right?
because it's guaranteed. That's what I.
Just
And
'cause-
it's the same with like Chuba Hubbard. If Emac goes down again, Hubbard I want on my team.
All right,
to sit at the
Justin
end.
Tucker, first picker off the board. Joshua Yee. Let's check out Joshua's team. Kyler Murray, Derrick Henry, Kareem Hunt, Justin Jefferson, Keenan Allen, Dallas Goddard, Juju. His problem is he has all three of his first wide receivers have week 7 buys.
I hate
I don't love
his flexes.
Juju's terrible.
I like.
Kenny and Drake.
I love the
Jarvis
Kyler
Landry's
pick.
not bad.
I love the Derrick Henry pick.
Kyler's good.
I love
good
the
pick.
Jefferson pick. I love the Keenan Allen pick. I don't like Goddard. I hate Juju. I don't like Drake or Lang. And I wish he would have went D
I don't like-
before going kicker. But he'll probably go D at his next pick. Nelson Aguilar.
Nelson Aguilar.
Definitely interesting.
Gronk is still out there.
James
He could be a
Conner,
great
Rams
backup
D.
tight end.
The
Oh,
top D on
man,
the board.
You know
The
what?
Niners
I
and the
could
Bills
take-
are there.
I could take Gronk on the comeback in round 12.
Good if you like them.
But who do I take? I think I got to take a running back now.
The
I could
Dolphins
take
are
Nyheim
also
Hines.
on the
If Taylor
board.
gets injured, if Jonathan Taylor gets injured, Nyheim Hines, I think Nyheim Hines still has production regardless. He's got a good bye because they can't take Jamal Williams because Swift has a week 9 bye.
The Niners.
He's gone. Patriots defense, Nyheim Hines is gone. Oh, I can't take Cole Beasley because I already have Diggs. Parker, I don't love the pick. Jalen Rager, don't love the pick. Jacoby Myers could be very good in PPR though. But I already have 2 week 14 buys, so that's probably not smart.
For
T.Y.
you,
Hilton could. What we talked about T.Y. earlier?
yeah, but you already got Pittman. You're not gonna draft them both.
I already have Pittman. That's right. What about David Johnson?
I like.
The tech-
I'd say Singletary has the potential to be running back 1. I think that's a high
bye
prospect.
week 7. That's the issue. Zeke already has bye week 7. I don't want Singletary to have 7.
Yeah, David Johnson could be good.
Nico Hardman. What about him?
I don't love him. You have.
I'm gonna get a tight end on the way back, right? I think that's an option.
You get backup QB.
I don't want backup QB. I'm gonna take Kirk at the end.
James White is there. I don't hate him for PPR.
Yeah, but I already have Damian Harris.
Yeah.
Tony Pollard as a potential backup to Zeke.
Yeah, Naheem Hines.
Madison,
I would have said
I'm leaning
Naheem
Matt-
Hines
like-
for you, but he went.
Like in terms of we're looking
Jamal
for a guy who can
Williams
go
on the
big.
board.
Is David Johnson or RB1?
David Johnson
No,
is arguable. They have a very weird running back room. They have Lindsey and they have Ingram. I'd say
think
he's
Tony-
probably going to be
Oh,
running
that was
back
a
1.
mistake. That was a mistake. I don't know why I did that.
My guess is that Singletary will be running back 1.
That was not a good pick. That was
Just-
the worst pick I've ever made.
Just
Tony
because
Pollard.
they traded DeAndre Hopkins for him. It feels
Now
weird
the
to go
good thing
away
is
for
that Tony Pollard pick, I can survive that. That's the worst pick I've made. Oh well.
I picked the
Connor,
Niners
go
D.
ahead. Yep.
They were top 5 for me. Great pick at that spot, especially with how many defenses went off the board. Here, I am looking at.
I know who I want.
You want
I already
Gronk?
have him queued.
I don't want Gronk.
I'm actually not gonna go Gronk. I see a guy lower on the board who I think has such great potential.
Adam Troutman.
No.
I am going to take Trevor Lawrence.
Interesting.
just for the potential of.
Jamison Crowder had such a lights out season last season. I think he could be incredible. I think there's a lot of wide receivers, but I think he could be incredible.
Could be.
And that's what I'm looking for in my I'm looking for guys who can just like get me like a boom pick, like someone who goes off. Hopefully one of those guys does. So I have 3 bench spots left. I'll take a tight end, a quarterback. I got to get a kicker and then probably another running back. So
Everyone needs
let's
a
take
kicker.
a look at our tight ends. Irv Smith, Evan Ingram, Austin Hooper, Hunter Henry, Rob Gronkowski, Eric Ebron, Adam Troutman, Cole Kmet, Anthony Ferguson, Jared Cook, Zach Ertz, Blake Jarwin, Gerald Everett.
Bad shout.
There are guys up there. I mean, Gerald Everett could be nasty.
Yeah, I like Gerald.
I can't take Troutman, Connor. So, because Pitts has bye week 6. So, yeah, I'm not sniping. I'll draft him and then I'll trade him to you. That's what I'll do.
Out of picks coming. Tua goes.
Jason Sanders is gone.
Out of flex guys went off the board. You could.
Those tight ends.
I don't give a fuck about kicker.
I like kicker, bro. I think I already know who I'm gonna take.
I guess.
Connor. Bro, everything is just on lock right now.
In terms of
Everything
kickers?
is on lock. Yeah, I know who I want. I think I'm going to take him, and then I'm going to go...
Kickers. Matt Gay. Good?
No.
Are you going to take Suck Up just because you want to stack everyone?
I like Suck Up. I think
But do you like having... do you like having... You have a... I mean, you have Brady. You have a few week 9 buys.
This is true.
Matt, someone like McManus or Gay.
I don't like Graham Gano.
11.
Jason Myers has bye week 9. Brandon McManus, I don't think there's a lot of... I like Matt Gay. I think that's a strong pick. Greg Zuerlein.
Someone went Lutz,
I think he's 8 out. Tyler Bass, Lambeau, those guys all have 7. Matt Prater isn't as consistent.
Jason Sanders.
Daniel Carson.
He go? He
went. He's already gone. Nick Folk.
Are you on the clock? What is it for you? Gay or Suck Up?
Blankenship could be good.
Blankenship. I forgot about Blankenship.
But I'm gonna go with Ryan Suckup. I really think he had an excellent end to last season.
He missed some in preseason. Also, they are hiding their backup kicker. The Buccaneers.
Okay, but listen, if my kicker is a bad pick,
they're not even playing in preseason because they don't want people to see what he as like a rookie kicker or a Gauss. But yeah, you can waiver wire kicker. Let me see my buys. You have a week 11 buy.
I don't know if I can take Gronk just because I have so many 9s.
I like.
But he's not gonna start at the same time.
Matt Gay would be doubled.
You could take
Tyler Bass is 7.
But I could wait on Blake Jarwin.
I don't mind Tyler Bass. I think he's gonna get a lot of work.
I can wait on Blake Jarwin and just snatch him up.
Yeah, right into. Back on the clock. James White went.
Do I like any of these running backs? I mean, what if Tevin Coleman goes off?
Are you guy?
I mean, I don't know if he was my guy. I definitely was looking at him. I definitely liked him. But now I can just wait on Blake Jarwin, or I can wait on Jared Cook.
Or Troutman.
So.
Oh, you're not going Troutman now.
I can't because Pitts has 6.
Tevin Coleman is here. I think he was getting.
I could take Madison. I mean, this is pick 160. I could take Madison.
Yeah, not a bad shout. Kind of screws the
I
Dalvin
could
Cook
take-
owner.
Matt Ryan. But I think this is early. Tevin Coleman could boom. They've said Sterling Shepard's looking really good, but I don't want another running or wide receiver. Kirk is not gonna go for a while. I'm looking at running back, right? Because I'm taking a backup quarterback. I'm going to take a backup tight end. So this is my last running back pick.
If I'm looking at running backs here, let me take a I'm going to
I took Madison.
Oh, okay.
Although I do have a lot of bye week 7s, whatever. I'll figure that out later. I'll figure that
J.D.
one out
McKissick
later.
went. Gus Edwards went.
Yeah.
Tony
Most
Pollard.
teams are auto-drafted. Connor and I will do a quick review of all the teams. We'll go through each one of them, what we like, what we don't like, and we'll wrap up the stream as soon as the draft is over. We're getting there. This has been a quick draft so far, though. When we started at 4, this has been an hour. We're almost done. 2 rounds left.
A lot of auto pick.
Yeah. I mean...
Oh.
Yeah.
I had the Colts defense queued.
Ooh. Matt Ryan, Ben Roethlisberger,
Let's compare.
Daniel
schedule.
Jones. Those
Bills
are all
defense.
your backups. There's Baker, Russell Gage.
Oh, I can't go the Saints. Never mind.
Ooh. This is a draft. How many viewers do we have, by the way?
Probably could.
Didn't even check on that. Just 1. That's okay. This was quite impromptu, I think, as most of you probably had realized. Literally set this up right before. Ooh. Who's up? Josh is still up. It's going to be an exciting league this year, especially if I win it. Marquez Callaway. I really don't even know who that is, to be honest with any of you. I don't know who that is. Who is Marquez Callaway?
He's a he's a New Orleans receiver. No Mike Thomas. He could definitely get a lot of action. Broncos.
True, from famous Jameis. Someone could give Vikings defense a shout.
Maybe.
I mean, that's boomer bust right there. They could be incredible. They could also be horrendous. Oh, I don't know. The most important thing to do when you're trying to pick a backup quarterback is make sure that your backup quarterback doesn't have the same buy as your starting quarterback. I think that happened to me last year. It was a mistake. It's bad. I mean, like, you can do nothing about it. Matt Gay goes off the board.
Good pick.
Yeah, sure. I mean, listen, I know who I'm looking at.
Who are you looking at, Mike?
I'm taking Kirk if he comes on the board. And then I'm going to take a tight end, probably Blake Jarwin in the last round. Unless you take...
Isaac already has 2 QBs. I'm not taking Blake Jarwin. I have Gronk backup.
That's right.
Already have
Calf better be...
what I have.
Calf better be incredible. That's all I got to say. You better be incredible.
Blake Jarwin will get to.
My worst pick was Tony Pollard, by far.
I don't mind Pollard. Zeke.
Come to me, Kirk, but I already have Zeke.
Who knows? Yeah, that's good. Oh, I don't know. That's a really good. If something happens to Zeke, if he's not doing well, then you have the Pollard backup. That's what a lot of the top running backs. if you have injury prone to running backs that could have like a bad
That's
time.
why, hey, folks, that's why I took Madison. Because
Yeah.
Dalvin Cook, you never know.
Same thought. That's why you take Latavius Murray. That's why you take Chuba Hubbard.
I got my boy Kirk on the team. I got my boy Brady. I got Stephon Diggs, Deontay, Kyle Pitts, Odell, Zeke, Swift, Suckup. I like my team. I just got so many bye week 7s. I don't know who I'm playing the week 7, but they might get an easy one.
I went Dolphins defense.
I think they'll be good.
Schedule matches
They'll
up
be good.
well against the defense I already have in the Niners. Niners play the Packers, the Dolphins, Raiders when the Dolphins play, the Buccaneers, Niners play Bears. So it's like some good back and forth. I then got Chuba Hubbard. Michael, you're on the clock, by the way.
Oh, I'm on the
Because Chuba Hubbard in case C-Mac gets injured.
We're going tight end. Okay, so Eric Ebron. I wish I could take Troutman. I honestly do. I can't. It's down to Jared Cook or Blake Jarwin. Or Gerald Everett.
It doesn't even show me.
What
I
do we
can't
think?
even look at players. I would say, who do you have now at your?
Kyle Pitts.
What's Gerald Everett's
6,
draft position? Well, it's his bye week.
9.
Kind of like
I have
Everett
9.
out of
It's
those
either
three.
9 or 7.
So you can go.
I'm gonna go with my gut. Take Gerald Everett.
And we
I
are
think
done.
he's the number 1 tight end. This year was used a lot. Can't go wrong.
Okay, we can start with 12 and go down because the draft's gonna go down. 12 was a draft that featured a
Wait,
first,
sorry. 12 who?
the 12th pick.
What do you mean?
We only gonna review the picks, Mike.
No, we're gonna review the teams.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Just our teams.
No, all the teams.
So let's start with 12th team, the team that picked number 12, because they're already done drafting. Then we go to me, because everyone
Okay,
else
who
is
is
still
that?
drafting. It's the bottom.
Okay.
Two. Just go on
Gotcha.
and go to the bottom.
All right, so
First
your
round,
mom's
Taylor.
House.
It's Jeb.
We don't have to go. We don't have to go round by round. Just evaluate the team.
Yeah, I mean, two very good running backs.
Yeah.
Questionable
I think the wide
receivers.
receivers. Yeah.
I don't like the
Good
flexes,
quarterback.
especially with Fuller out. I don't love Galladay. I don't love the wide receiver 2 at all.
I don't
and
like
flex
the tight
option.
end either.
I
don't
think
like the
you
tight
got a
end.
good. You've got a really good. You got QB2, in most people's rankings. You got 2 good running backs, but there's a lot to improve on. I think you got to send some of those like a Laviska Shenault or Will Fuller guys with potential for like an upgrade
Mhm.
at a wide receiver 2. Pair him with maybe a Galladay. I do like CD, but CD and Allen have the same bye, and then your
Questionable.
main backup Chenault has a bye. Do we know how many weeks Will Fuller has a suspension? Did you check that?
Either 5 or 8, I thought.
How many weeks? 6 games. So that's fine. He'll have Will Fuller for week 7 when I'll bye. But yeah, I don't love. Hollywood Brown is actually kind of a sleeper pick. But yeah, I don't love the receiving threats out of CeeDee Lamb. There's no guy that I want to start on my team, I think.
No. Okay.
And I don't like
we'll go to
Javonte
your
Williams.
team?
Go to my team.
Yeah, because you. I mean, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I got.
What do you want to do?
Yeah, we can go to my team and go down like that, all the way to pick 1.
So
Give me
I
your
like
thoughts.
Ryan Tannehill. I think Nick Chubb is a great pick. I think volume is an issue. Joe Mixon, he can be great as long as his last year he was horrendous, and that's why I didn't pick
He was
him.
still a top 10
Tyler
running
Lockett
back. That's what.
and Chris Godwin are great, although they're both wide receiver 2s on their individual teams. Tyler Higbee, there's a lot of crowded, but I think overall, I'm not a big fan of Myles Gaskin. I think Niners defense, Tyler Bass are all
Myles
good.
Gaskin
I
is
think
my
Brandon-
backup running back. I wouldn't start him in flex. You know.
I think Brandon Cooks is very good. Gronk is a great backup. Chuba Hubbard. I think your team is very solid. I'm just concerned about how like the upside. Like I think there can be a lot. I just don't know how much. there
Okay,
is. Like
I
how
just
many,
want to
like,
defend my Joe Mixon pick because you don't like it. So Joe Mixon was a top 10 running back last year, not being a receiving back. You know who is the receiving back, Michael?
Giovanni Bernard.
You know who their
He
backup
was
running
top
back?
10 last year.
He was
Joe
top
Mixon
10
was
in
top
points
10.
per game. Joe Mixon.
I didn't feel like it.
Obviously
Did not
their
feel
line
like it.
obviously their line is bad, but especially with Joe Burrow tossing off their small passes, he'll be there. Their backup running back, do you know who that is, Michael?
No.
Samjay Paren.
Ooh. We did a
Week
draft
17,
evaluation on
where
him
the
all
Make
those
Some
years ago,
Picks
right?
here. Redskins at
Or is
the
that
Giants.
Samaje
They're-
Perine? Are they two different guys?
No, Piran's a different guy.
Okay.
I think. But like the
Uh,
awful.
I like your team. I like
That's
your
just
team.
my defense. I think he's gonna end up a top 10 again with PPR upside.
You're projected 1,901 points. I think you're going to be a team that's a playoff team for sure. But can it win?
Who knows?
I mean, I trust you. I think it definitely can.
I mean, do you even?
what's the next?
I honestly didn't look at some of my players. I'm gonna look at the Titans right now, just to see.
According to
Playoff
ESPN,
schedule.
your playoff percentage is the lowest out of everyone at 23%.
That's also ESPN.
It's true. Okay. Who do we want to go to next?
We could go. We could just keep going down. Next is Edward, who
Yeah.
had a pretty good
What's
draft.
his team name?
Team Weewoo. Just keep going down in
Weewoo?
the list. One more up every
So
time.
no, I exited the draft.
Oh, okay. We have. I like the team. You got Lamar in a late round. That's a good
weak
pick.
tight end.
Weak tight end,
Lamar's
definitely.
good.
Julio was a great pick.
Aaron Jones.
Mostert off
You
the
got
bench,
injury risk for Chris Carson.
but Mostert off the bench.
I like the
high
wide
volume.
receivers. I like the wide receivers. Hill, Thielen, and Jones. That's a winning trio right there.
Yeah.
That's a winning trio. Like that's very
No
good.
huge
Weak tight
buys
end,
that
though.
combine. Yeah, tight end's the
I
only
think-
risk.
Pittsburgh defense is a risk as well, I think. I don't know.
I think
if
that'd be
they're
good.
gonna living up to it.
Down to you, Michael. A lot of coinciding buys. But
That's a weakness. of
I
mine.
I
But
like your
think
overall
I think
team.
I can work-
Week 7's gonna
Listen.
be tough. Tough.
Week 7 will be tough, but hopefully I can work around it. Let's talk about that. Brady, I got the quarterback I wanted, right? I knew I
think
wanted
Brady's
him,
gonna be
I
good.
got him. Zeke, he fell to me. I picked him up, right? It was between him and Taylor. I picked him up. DeAndre Swift, again, I went to the draft. I knew that he was one of the players that I wanted. Not necessarily I was going to draft him. I ended up getting him. I had no even thoughts of drafting Stephon Diggs. He kind of fell to me, so I drafted him. Same thing with Deontay Johnson. Again, he fell to me. It came to the point where it was Kyle Pitts, right? Or Julio Jones. And I didn't have a tight end. I knew I had good wide receivers. Pitts, Odell. Again, I mean, look, he's a wide receiver 1 at flex. I can't go wrong with that. Defense, not the one I wanted. I wanted Tampa. I'll take
Go
Washington.
top 2.
now. Suck up. I think he's a very talented kicker.
I don't love your week to week flex. I think there's a lot of risk involved.
You mean with Odell?
With Odell, but then Harris, who knows how that Patriots team is going to work and that running back room is going to work. And
Listen,
Pittman.
the thing about my flex is my bench could be very good or it could be horrendous.
And if you think about week 14, say Odell gets injured, it's Odell. Week 14, you're going to be having Jay Crowder be your flex. That's my worry.
Jay Crowder or Michael Pittman. I'm hoping.
Well,
my hope
Pittman,
is
I'm
that-
talking about week 14 when Harris and Pittman are both on buys. Week 7, you can substitute. I don't love it, but it's fine. I'm worried about your bye week
What?
a bit.
Week 7. Yeah, week 7, I have 3 players on buys and 3 bench players on buys. So that could be an issue.
On to the
who do I play
next
week
one.
7? I play Greg Dacey week 7. So quite honestly, I could win that. Yeah, who's the next team?
Isaac, the Chase Young,
He sucks.
even though he didn't even get Chase
What's
Young.
his team name? Sorry.
Chase
Can you
Young,
read the team name. Oh.
bad running backs.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, we didn't even get a backup
horrendous
running back.
running backs.
I mean, they're good, but
Talent.
neither of them are running back one, and he doesn't have a flex running back at all.
Wide receivers are good, but they're not better than Edwards.
I like the
Adams is very
receivers.
talented.
Hopkins
not
is
high on
great.
Evans.
Adams is wide receiver one. Evans can be good. Gallup can be good off the bench. Marvin Jones is a sleeper off the
Worried
bench.
about that quarterback, though. I'm worried about that
I
quarterback.
like Dak.
Could be injured.
Next,
Noah Fan.
we have
I think
Oh,
that's
we're still
weak tight
going?
end. And he doesn't even have a backup tight end.
backup tight ends not needed. In this kind of draft, we freaking 7 bench players. I usually get one. But in most drafts, I don't get a backup tight
What's the next team?
Kyle Moore team. Bathwater.
Which would be Bathwater?
Bad QB.
Horrendous QB. I don't like the running backs.
And the double bye. I don't love the receivers.
No.
Who was his
Hawkinson's
first round
good.
pick? Eckler, and then he went Harris. Woods,
Yeah.
and then he
I
went
don't love it.
Jacobs. Hawkinson's a good pick. Colts defense is going to be good. Mike Thomas could come back and be great. But, yeah, there's a lot of scare.
A lot of ifs on this team. Like,
This
not
is
my favorite.
auto-drafted
One
team
of the worst.
next. Blue Goldstone. Pretty good team for auto-drafted. Say the least.
Ugh, the quarterback position is horrendous, though.
Yeah, quarterback's bad, but James Robinson... Oh, and... Yeah.
Wait, but hold on. But they have Etienne and Robinson.
Yeah, that's just auto-draft being auto-draft.
Yeah, but that's
and
not good.
Naheem Hines is the backup. That's not good at all unless they give it to him to play. Calvin Ridley's a good pick. Calvin Ridley, Travis Kelce, Amari Cooper. The receiving threats are incredible. Sutton off the bench. But, I mean...
But the rest of the
Yeah,
team
the
is
running back
terrible.
is scary. A lot of Broncos.
Although that's a good trade. Might be decent trade value, though.
We got
Okay.
the best indie football team.
The Ohio State Buckeyes. Oh, is that not? Wait, are we not Ohio State? Sorry.
No, the one that's called
Is it
the best.
IU? Wait.
It's a picture of the
Oh,
Fighting
that is-
Irish, which I don't think I'd say
Okay.
they're the best Indiana football team, but
Running back one is good. Not a fan of running back.
a
Oh,
lot of
running back
injury
two is good.
risks in running backs. I think good
I like this team.
receiving options. I don't like
It's
Chase.
solid. It's solid. No obvious weaknesses. Solid.
Patriots D is gonna be good. Team Yee, this is my number one team off the bat. Other than that
Bro,
flex
no
option.
way. My team is the number one team. so-
Kyler, Henry, Hunt, Jefferson, Allen is the better top 5 than anyone in the league.
No, not
yeah,
better.
Then
No,
you
no.
definitely better than you.
No.
I mean, I'm taking Kyler over Brady. I'm taking Henry over Zeke. I'm taking Kareem and Swift are throw up. I'm taking Diggs over Jefferson. I'm taking Keenan over Deontay. So I'd still say his top 5's
My
better.
tight end.
Yeah,
Hold
your
on, but I
tight
got a
end,
better
your
tight-
flex, everything else is better. His top 5 is best of anyone in the league.
That's fair. That's fair.
Week 7 buys are a
I think-
risk in wide receiver
I
specifically.
think the problem with Josh's team is
No good flex.
consistency. Yeah.
No reliable flex option. Also,
But
he
his
has
top 5 though. Is
3
because
top
if those guys
kickers.
start heating up,
By the way, you have to 3 top kickers. Trade value up the roof.
why? No one's trading for a kicker.
He's- I don't know.
I'll take an L 1 week on kicker.
We
I
got the
don't mind.
double QB, triple QB team.
Which team is that?
Team Hut.
Team Hut.
They got Mahomes, Cook, and Metcalf as a good first 3, and then it kind of falls off there. I like Henderson.
Henderson could be good.
I like Henderson. I like Debo.
Logan Thomas could be good.
I don't like Higgins.
Debo is not going to be good.
I don't like Waddle.
Yeah, Debo.
But he has decent options on the bench. trade one of those QBs for a good receiver, basically.
You could trade Rodgers for a great
Yeah,
receiver.
pair Rodgers and Higgins and trade for a team was a bad trade like Kyle's team. Try to get maybe Robbie Anderson.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Penn State, we have a pretty good draft. Devontae Smith as a backup receiver, as a wide receiver too, is bad. And they flex it. They went the double tight ends. They stacked them.
Double tight end, that's risky.
Greg
Because those two
Dacey.
teams' quarterback situation is a risk.
So he doesn't have a week 7, which I think is your bad week. But yeah, I mean, no good wide receiver
Those
too.
wide receivers though could be
There's-
boom or bust. Right?
He got a really good D in the Rams. You got good tight ends, obviously. But
Yeah,
J.K.
your
Dobbins
quarterback
is not a good wide. His skill positions are not great. And that's what happens when you draft 2 tight
double
ends
tight end.
and Wilson above your second wide receiver and running back. And the Ohio State
Right,
Buckeyes.
The Ohio State
First
Buckeyes.
overall, great team. Really great team.
I mean,
Herbert McCaffrey.
I love Herbert.
I don't like
Clyde Edwards-Helaire's
CE8.
team.
He could be good. I don't love him as my running back 2.
Wide receivers though are kind of weak. I've had McLaurin and DJ Moore, and having both of them is a risk.
It's a risk, but McLaurin's a
Jerry
great pick.
Judy's a weak flex.
Yeah, there are options in flex. Corey
Andrews is a good
Davis.
tight end.
Corey Davis in flex.
Davis.
T.Y. Hilton could be
Hilton.
good.
This
I
team
like
will be solid.
Lindsey. It's a good team.
It's a good team.
It's a good.
My favorite teams, besides my own, I like Thomas's team. Josh's front 5 are very good. I like your team.
I like Josh's team.
I like Josh's. I really love.
I think Josh's team beats you week 1. By the way.
Start
Just
off
hear me
week
out. Just
one
hear me
with
out.
a
Just hear
loss.
me out. Zeke against the Bucks, Swift against the Niners, Diggs against Pittsburgh, Deontay Johnson against Buffalo.
I'm projected to score more than him.
You are
as
projected
of
to score
right
more, but I'm just thinking Zeke is not going to put up 14.5. The Bucks are such a good
now.
running
Zeke's
defense.
put up 20. Zeke's putting up. He's coming out and he's working against the Bucks.
Derrick Henry's going to put up 27 against Arizona. The run defense is horrible. And Kyler's going to do all
Maybe I
right.
don't start Zeke week 1.
I mean, you're willing to start. Who'd you even start over Zeke?
Damian Harris.
They
Who's
play the
passing
Dolphins.
week
Dolphins have a good. I'd just start Zeke, but I don't love it.
I could start Alexander Madison.
No,
It's a risk.
no. You're starting Zeke, but I don't love it.
I'm-
Am I
It's
projected
gonna
to
be a
win?
rough week.
I'm projected to lose. But
Give it a couple.
I don't
weeks.
trust ESPN ratings very much.
Yeah, but I got Brady against the Dallas defense. He's gonna put
Oh,
up 40
The
points.
double running backs. Tough because like the ratings are like they're both at around 12, but like it's gonna be one go off, one play bad, and who knows how much they can go off. They're playing Houston, so pretty easy. I have confidence in my team.
All right, well, folks, that is the draft. Thank you all for watching, joining us here today. Hoped you learned a little bit. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. Oh well. Yeah, that's everything. Thank you everyone for listening, and next time we stream, I don't know when it will be, but